日本時間7月16日、ホワイトソックスファンが運営する米メディア、ホワイトソックスダイジェストでは、オールスター戦の恒例イベント、レッドカーペットショーでの村上宗隆選手の発言について言及しました。村上選手は、米ポッドキャスト番組、ファウルテリトリーのインタビュアーから、ホワイトソックスはどうしてもアンダードッグ、弱者というか、いつも下のチームって感じで見られてたと思うのですが、の質問に対し、いや、僕たちはその記者の方たちの意見なんか気にしてないですし、かつ集団なので、うるせえと思ってます。と、コメントしていました。また、米メディア、フリッピンバッツウィズベンバーランダーでは、レッドカーペットショーを歩く選手たちに、歴代の選手の中で対戦したい選手を質問し、ドジャースの山本由伸投手が、同僚の大谷翔平選手と答える場面も。ここからは、その様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
MLB All-Star Game is in the books. What an incredible experience it was to everything that happened on the field, everything that happened off the field, including a million interviews I got, which we'll talk about all on this show, including one where I asked Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the red carpet who he most wanted to face in Major League Baseball history, and his answer probably won't surprise you. You can go back in time and face any batter in MLB history. Could be from today or 100 years ago. Who do you want to face?
Shohei Ohtani.
Who wins? Who wins?
Shohei.
Not shockingly, Shohei Ohtani was his answer. What was a little more shocking was who wins, and his answer being Shohei Ohtani there as well. Red carpet was just a short part of this experience. Today was crazy. All-Star Game Day involves the red carpet. I was on the red carpet and had so many really cool conversations and got to ask a lot of players different things, including I put a history quiz in there for them. I also asked a lot of guys if you could face one guy in Major League Baseball history, past or present. I asked all the pitchers, who would you face? And I asked all the hitters, if you could pick one pitcher, who would you face? And here's a couple of those now. All right, Mike, you can go back in your career in MLB history. Face any pitcher you want to face, one at bat. Who you got?
I'm going to go Doc Holliday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
liked watching him growing up, and I think he was nasty. So
you can face anybody in history in Major League Baseball at the plate. Who do you want to face and why?
Easy one, Barry Bonds. I want to face the best.
Barry Bonds would be cool.
Okay. How's that going to go?
Who knows? I mean, they say I think he's the greatest hitter of all time.
I agree.
The way he talks about hitting, sounds like it was really easy for him, but who knows? Got to step in the box.
Anybody?
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson?
Yeah.
I think Mariano or Trevor Hoffman would be pretty fun.
That cutter coming in, you all right with that?
Yeah, I just want to see what it's like. Probably wouldn't be fun, but
you could go back in time and face any pitcher in MLB history. Who do you want to face?
Babe Ruth, 100%.
How would that go?
I think I could at least hit, like get a hit, maybe ground out to short. I don't know. You never know.
oh man. Let's go from the beginning. Give me a mill worker first. Any name, don't matter.
I love that.
And then give me Bob Gibson.
Okay.
You know, he's one of the greatest of all time. I would love to face him. Probably Roger Clemens, somebody like that.
Yeah.
But somebody, give me a mill worker first, but from back in the day.
Red carpet was awesome. It always is. You get to catch up with everybody.
The fit, I can't. They're obviously, she's beautiful, no introduction needed, but you guys match? How did this come about?
He told me what color he's wearing, and then I just went accordingly. That's literally it.
It looks very good. How proud are you of the milestones that he continues to make and just the player and the person that he's becoming?
He's awesome. I mean, he's amazing at what he does every single day, on the field and off the field. So I'm just lucky to do it by his side and take notes for my own life too, because honestly, he's a great guy.
How do you guys feed off of each other? Obviously a star in your own right and what you're doing. How do you guys feed off of each other and help each other grow?
Yeah, I think that's it. Just because I think we relate in that way, and so it's not easy, but I think it's been a few years now, and we've learned how to do it and how to make each other better. I think our personalities just make each other better too. So it just works.
Last question for me, guys. You're watching the home run derby last night. Obviously, a great finish with Jordan Walker against Kyle Schwarber. Of all those guys that were hitting dingers, who would you least like to face?
Oh, I've faced them all. I don't like facing any of them. And I think about half of them have hit a home run off me already. So,
Enjoy this moment. Thank you for your time.
yeah, appreciate it.
Congratulations on being in the home run derby, and congratulations on the great year that you've had so far. You're healthy, off the IL. What do you hope to accomplish in the second half?
シーズンの後半戦に向けての意気込みを聞かせてください。
いや、もうチームもいい状態ですし、はい、優勝目指して頑張りたいなと思います。
I mean, as a team, we're in a very good, healthy condition right now. So we're just gonna try and be better and then hope for the World Series.
Do you guys like the fact that you're kind of an underdog? Nobody gave the Chicago White Sox much credit, but look at where you are.
なんかホワイトソックスがこうどうしてもアンダードッグと言いますか、いつもこう下のチームっていう風に見られてると思うんですけど、それが有利に働いてると思いますか？
いや、僕たちはその記者の人たちの意見なんか気にしてないですし、はい、勝つ集団なので、うるせえと思ってます。
We don't really think that we're really underdogs. I think we can prove the other teams that we're up there, and then we just have to prove ourselves, and that's pretty much it.
What was last night like for you? How was the experience?
昨日の経験どんな感じでした？
いや、すごく、はい、いい経験になりましたし、楽しかったです。
I was just a really amazing environment. I had fun.
Were you in awe of the other hitters as well?
他の選手たち見てこうびっくりされましたか？驚かれました？
いや、びっくりはしてなかったですけど、楽しかった。
I wasn't really surprised, but yeah, it was really fun too.
Enjoy this. Congratulations.
Thank you.
White Sox fans, what Murakami said last night could have White Sox fans believing long term again. Sometimes you can just tell when a player is happy with where he's at by the way he talks with the team, talks with the media. And that seems to be exactly the case with Munetake Murakami. Between the way he's carried himself in Philadelphia and the comments he's made during All-Star break, it's pretty clear that he feels at home on the South Side at the White Sox. Munetake Murakami. And he has said it even more directly when asked about his future with Chicago. He has made it clear he's not just content with the present, he wants to be here long term. Now, that's big news for White Sox fans with the White Sox team that signed him to just a 2-year deal and is already getting more value out of that contract than anyone expected. That is for sure. Murakami told reporters yesterday, talking about the White Sox, it's the best decision I've ever made. He said through interpreter, we're a winning squad, so we're just going to continue to do that. That's about as strong as an endorsement as you can ask from a player who had plenty of options and plenty of attention when he chose the South Side. Obviously, there's rumors saying that not a lot of teams were willing to pay him, but teams were reaching out and talking to him, and he chose the South Side. So that's very good. And obviously, if you're on White Sox Twitter, there's a lot of tweets going around saying that all the Japanese people on Twitter actually interpreting what Murakami said, and apparently it was a little more aggressive. It was a little more directed at the media, but I don't speak Japanese, so I'm just going to keep what the interpreter said. But if you want to look into that, look it on Twitter. Apparently he was a little more aggressive towards the media, and I like that because he's tired of the disrespect for the White Sox team. And when he was asked about staying with the White Sox long term, before the interpreter even finished the question, he said yes, very much. Yes, very much he wants to stay with the White Sox. And that's so big for a team that during the winter signed Murakami. There was definitely some risk involved. It is a 2-year, $34 million deal, and the front office knew it was betting on talent, a little bit of risk, but upside all at once. But now the bet is paying off in a big way because Murakami has become one of the best bats in the lineup and one of the most important voices in the clubhouse. Murakami is getting fans coming to ballparks, and it's just showing everywhere. Through his first 60 games, he's missed 35 games with a little hamstring injury. But, I mean, just stellar stats for a rookie in the MLB. .232 batting average, .371 on base, .540 slugging percentage with 20 home runs and 42 ribbies across 60 games. That's just... What a signing by Chris Getz. I love Murakami. And the numbers aren't even the only part of the story. Murakami seems to believe, it looks like he very well believes that the White Sox are building around him. And it looks like he's getting a little fed up with those questions too. And that might just be as important as the power production because he believes that the team's building around him. When he talks about the team, he talks like someone who sees a future here, not somebody just passing through. He said, basically talking about the White Sox like being unexpected in the front office, knowing it was unexpected. Murakami said, it's not more than He said, it's not more than I expected. I've seen how they play since spring training. We have a young core group that is really willing to win, and I think they're showing that on the field. The quote matters because it gives you a real sense of how he views this ball club. Obviously, it's his first year in the MLB, first ball club he's been on, but he's not acting surprised by the success he saw. He's saying he saw it coming in spring training, and he's happy with this ball club. That's the kind of belief that is valuable for the White Sox because it reinforces the idea that this season is not some fluke in everyone's eyes. Murakami thinks it's not a fluke because he's been watching this team since spring training. He knows these guys can play ball. Murakami sees real buy-in from the players around him, and that matters when you're trying to build a winning culture. It also helps explain why he seems so comfortable in Chicago already. So White Sox fans, how are we feeling about Murakami? He was also asked about the criticism about his three true outcome style might not translate in the majors like it translated in Japan. And instead of trying to defend himself point by point, he kept it simple and confident. He said, truth be told, I don't really care about the surrounding critics. I like to focus on myself and what I can control at the moment. People can say what they want to say at the end of the day. I'm controlling what I can control, and we'll keep focusing on what's next. Just a veteran answer out of Murakami. I mean, I'm loving everything he's saying. Again, going back to those Twitter translations, apparently he was basically saying, like, whenever we hear criticism, we just say, shut up to the media and all that stuff. But I just love everything that Murakami's saying, and that's exactly the kind of answer you want to hear from a player of his caliber. He's not getting distracted by outside opinions. He's not interested in proving people wrong by talking. He's just producing, staying locked in, and he's helping the White Sox win games. And there's also an extension just hanging over everything. Murakami is under contract for 2 years until he signs that something beyond that. And there will always be speculation whether he could leave when that deal expires in 2027. Yes, White Sox fans, we're going to have to deal with this BS speculation for a while, but the important part right now is that he's saying publicly he wants to stay in the South Side. Huge win for the White Sox because it means the player they took a calculated risk on is not only loves the situation he in, not only loves the team he's on, he believes in it. He likes the team, he likes the direction, and he clearly sees himself a part of the future in Chicago. For a club trying to turn this run into something sustainable, that's the kind of commitment you need from a star slugger. White Sox fans, how are we feeling? What are you thinking about Murakami? Is he gonna sign? What's that contract gonna look like?
You know, him and Murakami and Peters all were like, you know, directing their comments towards the second half and what's to come on the South Side. So it should be a wild finish. And, you know, last night was just kind of another great moment in this journey of the 2026 White Sox.
I mean, how about Murakami saying too before the game that like this is the best choice he's made, and who knows if he's just saying it now in the moment when he's asked at the All-Star break, but when asked about like, is this a place you want to be? He's talking about, yeah, it is. That doesn't mean he will stay, and at some point, like, who knows what next year is going to look like and what negotiating is going to look like in the offseason or a year from now. I mean, I know he's still under contract for a year, Jess, but when push comes to shove, if this continues, you're going to have to step up and really pay him. And let's see if the Sox are willing to do that. But, I mean, it sounds like I'll take him at his word that he's super happy with the decision he made to pick the White Sox.
Yeah, I mean, definitely happy with everything about where he is right now. And you never know, even with translation, because in our business, words matter. So he was asked, and I was there for it, do you want to be here long term? And he said, yes, very much. Now, maybe he said, yes, sure. And the interpreter said very much, or maybe he said yes, very much. Like, right. It changes the meaning just slightly no matter what. Yeah. Because the next question was, would you take a hometown discount? Kind of backed off of that, sure. You know? Yeah. But let's just get back to the original thought. He's happy here, and that's a start.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。 今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。